Welcome back. My name is Carrie. Today we're going to be doing another book review. If you like this kind of content, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. The book we will be going over today is by Skye Alexander. It's the Modern Witchcraft Grimoire, basically a Book of Shadows guide. And in this book, she breaks down a little bit of the history, how to create your own grimoire. And I'm just going to be going over the book itself, the content in the book, and some of the specifics that she gets into. The book is comprised of two major parts, which is the design of the grimoire, and then the usage of the grimoire. So the first part is all about the design, and first she goes into what is the purpose of this, like why would you be creating a grimoire, and it's basically just a journal of your magical journey and spells, rituals, potions, different things like that that are personal to you and your journey. You can keep track of all of that in your grimoire, and I've heard people recommend you go back and write in it after the spell has come to fruition or the ritual is done, and just write down your experiences, and you can create different ones, like different grimoires throughout your journey, and you can always reference back to those kinds of things. And then the next section after why, she kind of goes into organization. That includes like things that you could keep in the grimoire, different subject matter. She does also do like quite a bit of history, fun facts. She draws a lot of diagrams. This book is full of diagrams and information, charts, breakdowns, and just absolutely beautifully illustrated and beautifully done. I don't know if she does the drawings or if she has somebody that does them for her, but all of them are super beautiful and very concise. And in the organization, she talks about different kinds of spells, rituals, deities, just different subjects that you could include in your own. Just because they're listed doesn't necessarily you have to put them in there. They're just different things that she talks about. And then she also talks about like preparation, how to go about making a grimoire, and how you could go about laying certain things out. So like if you wanted to have colored pages, so then like green pages would be for money spells, pink would be for love spells, different things like that. She goes into some different things, but ultimately what I've gathered is your grimoire is basically, it can be as personal or as impersonal as you'd like it to be. So you can buy a fully lined notebook that is just a composition book from Staples or some kind of office store and just write your stuff in there. Or you can go on Etsy, like a lot of people that I have watched on YouTube in different scenarios about witchcraft. What they do is they go on Etsy and they'll find an Etsy seller that makes like these handmade leather journals. A lot of these leather journals have crystals, pictures, engravings, different things like that in the like in the cover. And then they bind together some like either handmade papyrus, tea stained paper, lined paper, non-lined paper, colored paper, white paper. I mean, it's completely up to you. And I believe, if I'm not mixing this up with another book, there's actually a section on how to bind your own grimoire in here. I could be wrong. Let me actually look that up. Hold on. So I just looked that up, and it was worth it because I was right. I thought maybe I read it in another book or I dreamed it or whatever. But she does here in chapter 2 tell you how to bind a grimoire yourself and how to make it, like from the pages, the binding, the ribbons, if you want to include chapter ribbons, color ribbons, those kinds of things. All of that is in chapter 2. And I just think that that's really cool, because then you can even take it from a step up from the Etsy customization, because then you can find any kind of regular leather, vegan leather. You could like burn it, imprint it, paint it, do whatever you want to do, put ribbons in there, strings in there. I don't know. The world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want to create your own grimoire, and I just think it's cool how she includes how to actually bind it. Next, we're going to go over the second section, because I said there's two parts to this book. The second section is usage, and the usage includes different types of spells, tools, concoctions like potions, different kind of things that you can mix and put on things to enhance different energies, different attractions, that kind of thing. She goes over quite a few symbolism, like if you want to include runes or things like that in your grimoire, she does put all of that in there, as well as she goes over dreams and dream symbology. And then there's lists of all of that kind of stuff. So like I said, there's lists and diagrams of everything in here, like more diagrams and lists. And they're all boxed out in a concise manner, and basically everything is alphabetical. This isn't the dream one, this is the gem one. See how everything is just listed and nicely put into columns and boxes. The organization in this book is phenomenal. It's right up there with Claire Goodchild's Book of Seances. And then the last thing basically that she goes over in the usage is spiritual entities, that being angels, gods and goddesses, deities, different things like that. And how to use all of those things. She also talks how to use astrology in your grimoire, in your practice, elemental magic in your grimoire, different kind of potions we talked about, deities, candles, how to anoint candles, how to consecrate things. And then, like I said, she does go over dreams and a lot of the symbology of dreams. It's highly encouraged that you also follow the moon cycle. It's good to notate if you do a spell or a ritual to put like on the page where the moon cycle is. So if you're doing a spell under the full moon and it's a Thursday in Aries, it might be good to just include that kind of stuff. So when you do go back to look, you can point out the similarities or differences, things like that go into those kind of spells and rituals. Overall, I would give this book a 10 out of 10. If you are looking to write your own Book of Shadows or grimoire, this would be a good place to start. So like I said, everything is listed out. You can put note tabs in there to go back and reference different things if you need to. Everything is clear and concise. She puts references to other things, where to find things. I think I basically own all of Skye Alexander's books at this point, and she is an awesome author. She clearly lists things. She tells you why she's telling you that, the history behind what she's telling you. They're just very good books to have in your collection. I got this off of Amazon. I think all of the books I've bought by her so far have been between $10 and $25. So they're very reasonably priced. And like I said, you can get those off of Amazon. I will link them down below in the description box if you would like to pick one up yourself. And I'll also leave links to her Amazon page if you'd like to check out her other books. But I highly recommend, once again, it's the Modern Witchcraft Guide to Your Own Grimoire by Skye Alexander. And all of her books basically have these beautiful, filigree, old-fashioned covers. So just find her on Amazon and give her a look up and give her a read if you're interested, because she does an excellent job. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video, hit like, maybe leave me a comment, hit subscribe if you like this kind of content, and I'll be back for more. Other than that, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.